What do you think God cares about more?
Oh,
Whether you win or how you carry yourself?
for sure how you carry yourself. And just, God's always watching everything you do, so you always have to make good choices.
What makes somebody a leader at your age?
What makes somebody a leader? I would say someone who's nice to everybody loves, and they don't have to be great in anything at all. They just have to have a good heart and be a good person.
What do adults misunderstand about being 13 right now?
Oh, everything.
Please,
It's
enlighten
like
us.
they have no clue what goes on in our minds. It's just
Sorry, I ain't answer, I've been busy. Lot of things been bothering me lately. Wish I could go back in time and erase it. Fighting demons, fighting cases. Living through the walls of trials and tribulation.
Go deep. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to As Deep as It Gets. I'm your host, DPasz. And for anybody new coming over from Colton's page or from Brandy and my brother Johnny's page, welcome. I'm Johnny's little brother and the host of this show. This podcast is basically where I try to make sense of my life, family, faith, and whatever else happens to be going on in my life at that time. I'm a real wild card, so I know it's been a minute since I've released an episode, but the last couple months have really been pretty special. On one of the very first episodes of my podcast, and it was raw, I was really inexperienced then. I talked about wanting my brother back in my life, knowing that he would be a good catalyst to lead me in the right direction and help me get where I want to go in life. And well, needless to say, God seemingly answered my prayers. I got my brother back, and while I don't need to get into every single little detail today, we've been spending a good bit of time together and really getting to be best friends again, which has been really good for my heart and I think his as well. And I think Father's Day was probably when it all really hit me. I got to spend the day with my dad, John, and my brother Johnny, two guys who, in very different ways, help raise me and bring me up. And, we were just together again. And sometimes that's how prayers end up showing up. Not with, some elaborate thing, but just reconnecting and not missing a beat. And I sort of got what I was asking for. And ever since then, I've been really thankful for everything that life's been thrown at me. I've been super blessed, and I could go on, and I won't bore you with all that, but it's just been weird. One good thing after another, and we had in Father's Day leading up into that entire stretch, we had Patrick's Memorial Golf Scramble, and the week leading up to that on the 24th, 1 year after Patrick passed away, I found myself spending the day with Johnny's son Colton, and we played golf, we played wiffle ball, and for any of you who know Patrick, those are quite literally two of his very favorite things. And I just remember being there in the backyard looking around and feeling like Patrick was letting me know, you're right where you're supposed to be, Gino, and it's going to be all right. And maybe this whole thing's all God's timing, and maybe it's Patrick looking over me, but whatever it was, I've noticed it. And somewhere throughout me spending more time with Colton, I realized I wanted to know more about how he actually thinks. Not just as my nephew, but as a 13-year-old athlete who has already accomplished quite a bit. He has people paying attention to what he does, and so we sat down and we got to talk baseball, football, the pressure of sports, teammates, coaches, and leadership. So rather than me sitting here and trying to explain the kid to you, I'll let him speak for himself. Here's Kolten Bobek. Let's dive deep. Speaking of Colton, we got Colton here with us today. Colton, what sports do you play, and which one is your favorite right now?
So I play football and baseball, But I like to consider golf as a sport because I played a bunch. But if I had to pick one sport to play with for my whole life, it'd probably be baseball. It's just really fun, Hitting's really fun. I like pitching too.
So you'd say baseball's probably your favorite sport, but it goes back and forth.
Yeah, it could go back and forth, just depending on how my season goes, really, or how I do.
So what position do you play in baseball?
I play all around, really, like pitcher, second, short, third, center. You
Okay.
really put me anywhere besides like first and catcher.
Okay.
I'll be good.
How about in football?
Football, quarterback only, really. Sometimes I like to kick, but not really.
Sorry, get that a little better. Turn this up because I can always turn this down. Um, so in football, so it's just mainly been quarterback.
Yeah, always.
Which sport do you think you're naturally better at?
Naturally better in baseball for sure.
Yeah.
I've had only my pap as your dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the only blood I would get
Yeah.
besides anyone else, because besides that, nobody plays baseball.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I get
Your
most
baseball?
most of my natural ability.
Who's the funniest kid on any team you've ever played for?
Funniest kid on any other
You
team I
can,
played.
give some shout outs to maybe a couple of your friends or.
I'd probably have to say probably Dion Hilton.
Dion Hilton?
Yeah, he's one of my best receivers. For sure.
Who talks the most trash?
Oh, Jamison McLaughlin for sure. I mean, he can live up to it. 5'11", 150 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Run people over.
In your grade?
Yeah.
So what's your best sports memory so far?
Best sports memory? Probably hitting a walk-off home run in the championship game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
How'd that one feel?
Good.
So is that the one play you still think about?
A bunch.
Yeah, do you? So what goes through your mind when you're walking up to the plate in an at-bat?
Just put barrel to ball and just hope it flies,
Are you like waiting for a certain pitch that you like to hit or just seeing the
Fastball
ball?
at my chest.
Yeah?
Love it. 65 at my chest. Perfect.
So this is sort of a offensive and defensive question. Would you rather hit a home run or make like a game-saving like catch at the fence?
Probably a game-saving catch at the fence.
Yeah?
I feel like that'd be really fun. Or like robbing a home run.
Yeah,
around
like
there.
to win?
Yeah.
You think you'd like that better?
That'd be really fun.
What's your favorite part of baseball that those who don't play might not understand, or maybe a nuance that?
Probably pitching, because I throw like 70 and it's like hard for people to hit. So I'd probably go pitching.
Pitching?
Yeah.
Do you what would you say like the hardest part is in your game? Hitting, fielding, pitching?
Hardest. I mean, they say hardest things to do in baseball. I mean, in sports history is to hit a baseball. But honestly, I think that's like one of the easiest to do. Kinda.
Yeah.
Unless it's like really fast. That's like when it gets really hard.
And you're gonna be probably seeing increasing speeds.
Yeah.
So do you get nervous with 2 outs and like, 2 strikes, game on the line?
I mean,
or do you like sort of gravitate towards that type of moment?
You could say like I could get a little bit nervous and have a little bit of pressure, but sometimes I just like sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't, just depending on what time and what place,
Who's your favorite baseball player and what do you like about his game?
Probably Mike Trout. I've always loved him. Center fielder. He reminds me of me. Hits really far. Hits hard,
Is that what position, if you could play like any position professionally, what position would that be?
Shortstop for sure.
Shortstop?
Yeah.
That makes sense. What part of your game do you want to like improve the most?
I would probably say my ability to play smoother, like in the infield.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that'll come with a little bit of time. What does a great teammate do when somebody strikes out or makes an error?
Like, they could go up to them and, like, be supportive and, like, tell them it's all right. But, Yeah, most of the time, just like be supportive. And
What's the best advice any coach has given you so far throughout your athletic journey?
oh, it's a good question. Probably like it's when I first started ever playing. I sucked. I was so bad when I first started playing. He was like, I was gonna quit, and then he like was talking to me a bunch, like to my mom and dad too, and we worked a bunch, and he's my coach now. I haven't played for him in a while. It was like 2 years since I've played with him, and yeah, his name's Monty Hoover, and he's been with me since day one of baseball. So probably him.
I love that. What is your let's switch gears real quick to football.
All right.
Okay, what does it feel like right before the first snap of the game? How is Kolten Bobek feeling?
So either if I know a team's good or not good, it could go either way. But first snap feeling before, I mean, you could have a little bit of nerve, but sometimes I don't really feel a certain way. I've so all the times I've played first games, I've had jitters and done bad. So I'm gonna try to like make this the first year where I don't have like jitters in the first game.
That's normal to have first game jitters. I think
Yeah.
everybody has a little bit of those. Um, what's the hardest football practice you've ever had?
Hardest football practice I've ever had. So last year, 2 years ago, our coach made this rule where it was like, if you get in trouble in school or out of school and your parents tell the coach that you have to run. So one time, this kid, not gonna say a name, but he did something really bad in school. It was at our lunch table, and that was like half our football team. And he made the whole team run for it besides the O line because none of them had to do it, and they really shouldn't run a bunch. And they made us run an hour of practice, and then the other hour they made us condition, and that was the only practice. No reps, no throwing, just all that stuff. It was terrible.
One time, me and a couple of my friends got in trouble for in high school for doing someone was doing something on the bus, and we were also someone who was doing it, and we knew that, so we took accountability and said it was us, so the whole team didn't have to do the punishment.
Yeah.
And we had to do 210 up downs, up and down the field. Like start at the 5 yard and do 1, 10 yard 2.
Oh yeah.
15, 3, and all the way up to the 100. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Are you more nervous before baseball games or football games?
Football, not a doubt, for sure. That's because I know I can go on the field and all it takes is one hit anywhere and you could be done.
What separates a good football player from a great one?
Attitude and effort for sure. Like you got a really good football player going for NFL, so much D1 offers, but no one likes him. And then there's a below average player who loves everybody, is a great teammate, puts in all the effort he can, tries his hardest whenever he can, and everybody loves him, but he doesn't get all those D1 offers. He has no chance really for the NFL. I feel like I'd be that guy instead because I don't like, I mean, I like D1 offers and stuff, but being mean to people isn't okay. And you also want to have people that like you in the world. Just like, so I'd probably be the more encouraging football teammate
Well, that
instead
makes
of the
sense.
jerk. Yeah.
Well, I like that. I actually really like that, Colton. And goes along to my next question. Along with attitude, I was going to say, the next question was speed, strength, toughness, intelligence,
Yeah.
effort, or attitude. What do you think is the most important? You pretty
Yeah.
much said that. So that being said, what player do you think your game resembles as
Probably
it stands
just
currently?
the person who you are out of it.
Well,
out
no,
of the
I mean,
sport.
like, if you could compare yourself to maybe an athlete, what's your game look like? Like, that maybe I could expect right now. Like, what kind of quarterback are you? Mobile? You in the pocket?
I mean, I don't really know how to answer that, but like, Average. I'm
A
average.
little bit of everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. So what's something that coaches notice that like fans of football usually don't?
Probably just you could know the IQ of the play, like if you do something dumb and the fan is like you wouldn't necessarily say it's dumb, but like it's smart to the coach and you because you know it, but like the fan disagrees with it.
Mm-hmm. That
Like,
happens sometimes.
yeah,
Like you don't really know what's happening on film.
yeah.
Um, so basically, do you think about sports all day, or
No, you
do you
know,
turn it off sometimes?
I like to game a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm into cologne like this. That's like one of my favorites. I love to golf
Kid
a
smells
bunch.
great.
I love to golf a bunch. That's definitely my favorite out of sports. I try to golf as much as I can. I like to beat him a lot.
Yeah, we'll get into that. There's actually some of those fun questions in there. So another thing, I'm pretty much now that we've covered, you and baseball and football a little bit, kind of want to get in your mind a little bit, and I'm curious, how much pressure do kids your age feel to be good at sports?
Oh, a whole bunch. I guarantee it. They probably like sometimes people think they're not better and they're not good enough as the big tall kids have basically guarantee starts at the start of this year.
Do adults sometimes make you sports too serious?
Not really. I mean, there hasn't really been an adult that's made a sport that serious, really, that I've played with or seen or have been my coach.
Is it difficult balancing school, friends, practices, games, and the other stuff you like?
I mean, not really, because the friends I have out of sports are the ones that are in my sports. Like, I have five main friends who are like who I love to hang out with out and are on my
That's
football team.
perfect. Do kids worry about being judged by their teammates?
I totally think that, yeah, because people like to try too hard sometimes. I don't know if it's for the coaches or the players, but yeah, that's a good question.
What makes somebody a leader at your age?
What makes somebody a leader? I would say someone who's nice to everybody loves, and they don't have to be great in anything at all. They just have to have a good heart and be a good person.
What does do do you think these highlights in the social media era, do you think it adds pressure to young athletes like
Oh,
yourself?
yeah, if you're like have a whole bunch of followers on Instagram and stuff, TikTok and all that, I feel like it could do a lot of pressure because people like could come to your games if you're really popular and like if you do bad, it doesn't live up to the hype on the internet, and I feel like that puts a bunch of pressure if you're like famous and stuff
The
like that.
best thing, and that does do that, Colton, and the best thing you can do, I told you, is let that stuff roll off your shoulders and just do your best to be a good
Yeah,
man.
that's why I don't want to be famous on anything. I just get famous by doing stuff, not posting stuff.
Exactly. There you go. Attitude. And what do adults misunderstand about being 13 right now?
Oh, everything.
Please.
It's
Enlighten
like
us.
they have no clue what goes on in our minds. It's just they think we know nothing, but that's totally opposite. Sometimes we're right, sometimes they're right, but sometimes we're wrong, sometimes they're wrong. Just sometimes adults think it's so bad, and sometimes they don't like it.
Yeah. Well, as you get older, you'll realize, myself included, a lot of adults are just doing their best they can too, because
Yeah.
we don't always have it figured out either, but we're supposed to be an example for you, and we just do our best.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the fly.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
just like sometimes you do, sometimes it's on the
Yeah.
fly. Who would you say has influenced you most as an athlete?
Probably my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He pushes me a bunch to be good. And yeah.
What have you learned from your dad about sports and life?
Probably just to be a good person, and then when you're on the field, kick butt.
That's the truth. What does being a good young man mean to you?
A good young man is probably like respectful to older people, adults, like just be like cool around them, and then also not trying to be a show off, like not make everything about you, and probably just being a good person.
Next question. What do you think God cares about more?
Oh,
Whether you win or how you carry yourself?
for sure how you carry yourself, and just God's always watching everything you do, so you always have to make good choices.
Which professional athlete would you like to challenge to a wiffle ball game?
To a wiffle ball game.
Because you're tough to beat.
Probably. That's a good question. I don't know. I'd probably have to go. This is hard. I really don't know. Probably Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah?
He used to play baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. Who wins one-on-one more? You or Uncle Dean?
Like everything.
You can go ahead.
I feel like it's 50-50. I feel like we go on and off.
Yeah, it's
back
pretty
and
on and
forth.
off. You got me in wiffle ball though.
Yeah. I beat him every time.
Yeah, I can't win wiffle ball. The next question is, what sport are you absolutely certain you can beat me in? Clearly, baseball, wiffle ball.
Yeah.
And golf. You're getting
Yeah.
me in nines of golf. So this is your fun. Give me your honest scouting report on me, on Uncle Dean. Go
Cool
ahead.
guy, loves ladies, and is a good athlete for his age.
Appreciate that. What's your sports hot take that adults will disagree with?
Kids need to have fun more than they needed to succeed.
Agreed.
For sure.
Especially, I think, at your age. I think as
Mhm.
you get to be, older and upperclassmen, that stuff matters more. But right now,
sure.
having fun is the most important thing.
Yeah,
And
I guarantee.
I'd agree with that as wrong. What's the best sports movie ever?
Best sports movie, Sandlot, no doubt. That's the best.
Yeah, I agree. Pappy Bull even likes that one.
Yeah.
He's not a big movie guy. So you got a touchdown celebration right now?
I do not, but I like to spin it a little bit.
Okay, I was gonna say you're gonna bust it out, or I gotta wait and see it in person. What is one thing you want everyone watching to know about Colton?
I mean, when you get to know me, I feel like I'm a pretty cool dude. I really love to be competitive, so to take nothing hard if I beat you, and I like to shove it in your face a little bit, like I do to him. I like
He deserves it.
Yeah, I like collecting a bunch, especially cologne. I like to golf a bunch, like I already said. I can't stand not golfing when I get the chance. Like perfect day today.
I was very much that way
Yeah.
too. And I hope eventually you can get your own cologne brand. You seem
yeah.
You seem to be into it so much.
So what I'm doing, I'm gonna try to order starting packs of making cologne, because I'm gonna try to make my own brand and start selling cologne. I'm gonna have to take ideas from this also a little bit, but I'm gonna have to make my own bottles, make my own colognes, try it, make sure it's good. I hope this doesn't fail though when I do try to do this.
And as we come up to a little bit of a wrap, 10 years from now, or we might even look back at it in 3 or 5, when you watch back on this, our little first interview here, what do you hope older Colton has accomplished, and what do you hope has never changed about himself?
Keeps playing sports, especially, yeah. I want him to still play football, baseball. I want him to get into golf a bunch and
break
yeah.
Scratch golfer by then, huh?
Yeah.
10 years from now.
Yeah. Also, to try your hardest in school too. Hope that's doing well, and just your brand works out.
Yeah. What do you hope's never changed about you? I'll tell you what I hope. I hope you keep being this positive, good young man.
Yeah, same for sure. One thing I want to keep the same would probably be just don't give up on the dreams you've had since 10.
Don't.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to do when I was 16, 17, 18? Start a podcast.
And look at you now.
Here we are, bro.
Let's go.
Everybody, it's my nephew, Kolten Bobek. Wish him luck.
Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on shit since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause he hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. 30K on my riches for hard times. These just mad cause they bitching my archives. Jordan came back, so the 4-5. If you play, then you lay right there. Tell them run this bitch back like so-so. Got this rap shit here in the chokehold. Did a show out in Austin, shout out to Bobo. Moved out the trenches, now look how we live. Tell my BM to furnish the crib. Walk out the mall with some truth for the kids. Deposit the checks, my bank full of M's. Paid up my rent, now I'm up for the year. The view look crazy from here. What I paid for some dogs could've bought me veneers. Take a piece on my neck, could've bought your career. Safe to say I'm the big. Attaboy! Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause he hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest.
So yeah, there's a little glimpse of Colton playing sports. And today's word of the day is example. Because you don't have to be an adult to lead by example. You don't have to have everything figured out. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Let no one despise your youth, but be an example to the believers in word, in conduct, in love, in spirit, in faith, and in purity." I'm sure Colton already has some younger kids watching him, teammates watching him, people online watching him. It's a crazier world than when I grew up. And highlights are great, but the example is built through how you practice, how you respond to adversity, and how you treat teammates and carry yourself when the cameras aren't rolling. That's the part that lasts longer than any touchdown or any home run. So the word of the day is example. And what I want more than anything is for me and Colton to come back and watch this years from now, and for him to be proud of the kid he is right now and proud of the person he became afterward. Not because he had to live up to some high expectation of what everybody predicted he might do. Not because every season or every game or every at-bat went perfectly, but because he kept growing, kept working, and stayed true to himself as a person. It's funny to me because the relationship that me and Colton are developing here sort of reminds me of the relationship I had with my older brother Johnny growing up. Johnny was 10 years older than me. So I followed him around, I watched what he did. I learned from him. I learned a lot of good things from him. Sometimes I learned what to do, and sometimes, respectfully, I learned what not to do. And now I'm in that older role with Colton watching me, and the difference is I have about 10 years of extra wisdom on my hands, and my frontal cortex is fully developed. Allegedly. But seriously, I understand the responsibility, and the one thing I would never want to do is control his path or put any unnecessary pressure on him. But I do want him to know that I'm always in his corner, and I'm always going to believe in him, and I'm always going to tell him the truth. Standing out isn't a bad thing, and leadership can start young. And being a young man who loves the Lord is never something to be embarrassed about. Colton, I want you to know I'm proud of you, not just for whatever you accomplish, but for who you are now. Keep working, keep having fun, keep being a good teammate, and don't ever make yourself smaller because other people are uncomfortable watching you stand out. For everybody who already follows and supports Colton, thank you. Please follow and support me. Thanks for tuning in to As Deep As It Gets. I love y'all, and we'll see you Wednesday.